Okay, so the fifth model that we're going to look at is called the characterological model, the personality perspective, the psychoanalytic, whatever it may be. And it takes kind of the perspective that alcohol problems are caused perhaps by arrested development. So if you like Freud, this is right up your alley. It suggests that alcoholics are sort of stuck in a stage of development that they didn't cope with, and in this case it would be the oral stage. I don't really hear much about this anymore, but it simply means that you're substituting a bottle, you're sucking on a bottle as a substitute in a way of trying to get past that stage, or the one you're stuck in. There's been, really other unfortunate beliefs. For instance, that addiction is perhaps caused by being gay or being a latent homosexual, by low self-esteem, a drive for power, there's all those kinds of things. So if you look under causal factors here, it does talk about personality traits, inadequate defense mechanisms. This model suggests that people have real raw, basic animal kinds of defenses. Difficulty in impulse control. Like self-gratification is what it means. We might discuss the marshmallow test someday, or the M&M test, but that's really what it is, the ability to put off something that you want to do or want to have. Antisocial personalities, there's plenty of those who have drinking problems, plenty who don't. Difficulty in handling frustration, feelings of impotence, lack of power, and all of that. So the interventions are psychotherapy, obviously. And as far as treatment centers go, for the most part, they don't really do that kind of therapy. It's more counseling with one-to-ones and assignments and sharing in group and that sort of thing. Also improving self-image or self-concept. Trying to improve interpersonal skills. And while that's not really regarded as a cause, I think you'll find that a lot of alcoholics, especially younger alcoholics and drug addicts, do have some damaged social skills, if we can put it that way. And another intervention is to reduce dependency. Now that gets into a whole different area, which we'll talk about later in the semester. So the appropriate intervention agents would be people trained as psychotherapists, social work with advanced practice experience. That means graduate level clinical degrees. By itself, it's really not regarded as a primary cause. It's not that you don't see people with plenty of troubles. I've seen studies before that suggested that people who have been traumatized in their past, sexual and physical trauma and that kind of thing, tend to have higher rates of addiction, or at least alcohol abuse, than the general population. And that makes a lot of sense to me, right? To try and deal with the pain, of your past, trying to fill up quite the hole there. So it has its place, I think, in thinking about addiction, but certainly not in the ways we've used it in the past.